Hi guys, welcome to today's vlog. Today is just not my day. I had planned to film a sit-down video today. I had it all mapped out of what I was gonna say and what it was gonna be. There's other things I was gonna get done today. And then I woke up this morning, and as the day has gone on since I woke up, I have realized I physically do not have the capability to do any of that today, unfortunately. Today is just like an off day where I'm feeling off, and to be completely honest, when I have an off day like this and there's not like one very clear, obvious reason why I'm feeling off, I always go to the worst case scenario and have to literally talk to myself out loud to calm myself down. And trying to figure out why I feel off, because there's always a reason, but it's not always obvious. I don't fully know what it is today. I think my main issue is I am dehydrated, so I'm thinking my problem today is dehydration, and that's why I feel the best in bed, because when I'm dehydrated, it triggers my POTS, and I took my blood pressure, and it is low today. It's not the lowest it's been, but it's lower than it should be, so today is just going to be a day taking it easy and spending it in bed so I don't overexert and push myself, especially in this heat, because my body just has such a hard time in this heat, and I know it's the case for other people with health issues. So yeah, and then I'm connected to my neck infusion, which is an IV infusion I get that helps my mitochondrial disease. And I just needed to do it in general. It's not because I'm feeling off today, but the pump kept alarming that there was air in line. There was no air in line, and I restarted the pump, changed the batteries, did all of the things, all of the troubleshooting, and it was still alarming every 5 seconds. So I had to switch to a different pump and reprogram that one. So there's that too. I think I'm gonna actually go get a bag of hydration. That way it will hopefully give me a push and hydrate me. So yeah, so I have that, and then I have my water and my knockoff Stanley I got for my birthday from my mom, which it's on Amazon for like half the price of a Stanley, just so you know. At least it was back when my mom got it for me. But anyways, I'll talk to you guys in a little bit. Hi guys, I am again reporting to you from my bed, but in a much better and different circumstance than the last clip. Yeah, I kind of didn't end up vlogging after this because it was not a fun week. So I started off the vlog talking about how I was just having an off day and I couldn't pinpoint why, and it was setting off my anxiety, and that entire day I still never figured out what it was that was making me feel off. But I thought, hey, sometimes once in a blue moon this happens. I have a really funky day and then I sleep it off, and the next day I am fine. I wasn't fine the next day. I think I mentioned at the beginning of the vlog I took my blood pressure and it was low, but I was kind of expecting it to be lower than it was, if that was the reason for feeling off. But that next day when I woke up and I still wasn't feeling fine, I took my blood pressure again just to see how it was, because I do have POTS, so it's always a possibility my POTS is being funky. And so I took my blood pressure and it was actually lower than the previous day had been. And as time went on and the days went on, my blood pressure stayed low and actually went lower, and I felt like I was constantly on the verge of passing out, whether I was standing up or sitting or laying down. And my blood pressure was not at a good level, and I was trying to get a hold of my cardiologist to see if I could increase one of my medications, because I'm I'm not sick. I've been sleeping fine. I'm not super crazy dehydrated. I don't have a central line infection, so I don't know why this is happening, but it seems like I need a medication increase because it's been a while. And so my cardiologist agreed, and she increased my mitogen, which I take for my POTS, and that helped. Barely. It barely helped. And I was on fluids essentially for a full week, because when I was off of fluids, my blood pressure went down. So with fluids and the increase of IV fluids in my body, it helped like my blood pressure get a little bit higher. But obviously I didn't want to depend on fluids to have my blood pressure remain up. I just forgot what I was saying. That's me for you. That's just talent right there. Anyway, so I had that one increase in mitogen that just didn't help a ton. And so I contacted my cardiologist and I was like, okay, that didn't really help. And I know I've only been on this increase of dose for like 2 days, but it's not doing anything. And so we ended up increasing my dosage again. And thankfully that seemed to be the sweet spot. And I finally, exactly a week later, so this was on a Friday, I finally was able to be up and about, and I was so happy. It was very nice to have my blood pressure be up again. Since then my blood pressure has stayed up, but an added stressor to the situation, which is definitely very like superficial, like surface level, but I got tickets back in November for Taylor Swift's The Eras Tour for me and my best friend. And if anyone's curious, no, I did not pay thousands of dollars. I'm not made out of money. Everyone always thinks that. But this was a factor that I was stressing out, that I would have to miss out on this concert that I was so excited for with my best friend. And I was just really frustrated that it felt like POTS and my health was taking away another experience. But thankfully, that Saturday, which was August 5th, I was able to go to the concert and I had a blast, and I definitely felt potsy afterward, but not at all what I had been feeling that previous week before the medication increase. So I'm just really grateful that that's all it was, that it was just a medication increase. But it was definitely really hard that entire week, because it is scary when you have POTS and your blood pressure remains low and it stays low. It's scary knowing that there's issues that can arise out of that, and also just feeling on the verge of passing out is not great, and it affects everyone around you and yourself, and it affected me mentally, and it was just not fun. But I'm grateful to be in a much better space now, and that is my update. So I'm gonna actually close out this vlog. This was an insight into life with POTS. It's unpredictable. Sometimes it flares up and you need a medication increase for no specific reason, and that's just how it is. So I'm gonna go. Thank you guys for watching this video. I'm going to actually continue crocheting. I picked up crocheting, so this is a blanket I'm working on. But thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.